Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is coming at you completely candid. I did not fix myself up for this video. I'm still drinking my iced coffee from this morning, but I wanted to talk about something that's been on my heart lately and just kind of out of the blue decided to talk to you about it. I've got Brayden over here playing with my phone and going between that and a movie. Caleb's upstairs doing school, and I have a few minutes between loads of laundry where I wanted to sit down and talk to you about something. Today I want to talk about saying no. I'm one of those people who has trouble saying no to commitments. When people ask me to do something, my instinct is to say, yes, of course I'll do that. Yes, I'll take this on. And in the last couple of years, especially since having children, I've had to say no a lot. And if you're kind of in the same boat where you're finding yourself, your instinct is to say yes to something. If someone asks you to do something and you immediately say yes in your head, and then you realize, I really must say no. It is not a bad thing. There are certain things that we may not have time for, but it's important that we do make time for those things. Opportunities to serve people, little things like, and I'm talking about little things like maybe making a meal for somebody, maybe taking someone's kids for a few hours or something like that. But there are definitely times when you have to say no. Since we started homeschooling, I've probably said this in other videos, but I did not expect this to take as much time out of my day as it's taking. I'm losing hours of housework every day that I used to have and I don't have anymore. And so that's put an incredible strain on me because as I've talked about before, this house is stupid huge and I'm apparently the only one in the house who really cares. And so it puts a lot of stress on me. There's a lot of stress on me when it comes to education and the kids. Now they're very young, but still in those years where I want to be extremely intentional about everything. And so I'm throwing a lot of energy at the house. I'm throwing a lot of energy into homeschooling. And incidentally, there's less time for me. I am getting better about making time for myself, and whether it's something small like taking a bath. I know I've talked about that before. It's a big relaxer for me, or taking time to sew. Out of the 3 pieces I'm wearing right now, 2 of them I sewed myself, but I'm finding that I'm having to say no to a lot of things. This kind of thought process started last night. I was talking with my sister on the phone, and she was wearing some leggings that I had made for her as a gift. I don't remember what the occasion was, but I gave them to her as a gift, and she got a compliment at her class, her workout class, and this girl who she was talking to wanted to know if I would make her a pair. And my sister's like, yeah, she has an Etsy shop. And then so she calls me last night and tells me, can you make leggings for this girl? And I was like, no. I had to say no. I've had to say no to a lot of really cool, fun things lately, and I'm learning that it really is okay. Another example, if you follow me for some time, you know that I used to have an Etsy shop. It's actually still open. I can leave that linked below. But I used to make doll carriers, like baby wearing for little kids and their dolls or stuffed animals or whatever. And I actually made some decent money out of that for a while, for about 2 years. But I've just gotten to the point where I don't have time anymore. It's not just the sewing, it's the buying the fabric, it's getting the time alone to be able to focus on what I need to do, cost. It's just kind of a lot of factors. And I had to let something go when we started homeschooling, and Etsy was it. And then on top of that, yesterday and on Saturday, yes, we were out in more of the small town area near us, and I saw no less than 5 signs for bazaars and craft fairs. I have always done those. I've always had a booth at those with my handmade things, and loved it. I love the craft shows. I am obsessed with the craft shows. I love going to them, but more than anything, I love setting up a booth and, you know, showing what I've done and selling, and it's so much fun, and actually, you know, bring in a decent amount of money from those sometimes. And I mean, it was so tempting to say, okay, well, maybe I can get a booth and sell what I have left, because I do have some dog hairs left on my Etsy page. So if you want them, go. I'm not making any more, so they're a limited edition, if you will. But it hurt. It hurt to have to say no to that. And I get at least a message a week, at least one message a week from someone who wants me to make them something and or alter something. And inside, I'm like, yes, I would love to do that. But I know deep down, I just can't. I just can't. And there are certain things that I have to make time for and certain things that I just can't make time for. And that's just where that line is. And I know that there are a lot of people in the sewing community who, once you learn how to sew, everybody and their mother comes out of the woodwork. Hey, can you make this for me? Hey, can you make that for me? And some people are totally willing to pay, you know, the handmade price tag. And a lot of people just aren't. And that's just how it goes. So I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but I think you know what I'm saying. There's things that you want to make or that you need to make time for, small things that you feel like you can commit to, but then there's that line where you say, you know what, this is where I draw the line. I cannot make time for these things. Someone recently told me a phrase, and what is it? You can't pour from an empty cup. Or you can't pour from an empty glass. And that basically means that you can't give of yourself when there's nothing of yourself to give. So I don't mean this in a selfish way by any means, but I've got to take care of myself and my family first before I start committing to these other things. So anyway, I could probably go on for another 10 minutes on this, but I think you catch my drift. If you're one of those people who has trouble saying no, please, I gotcha, I understand, and you are the only one who can decide when you gotta say yes and when you gotta say no. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. And of course, if you're new here, you can click on that red subscribe button to subscribe, or click right over here on my face if you would like to see all the videos that I have coming your way. Over here, I have some more videos that I think you might be interested in, so check those out too. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if you need to today, say yes. If you also need to today, it's okay to say no. Bye.